like you do big events, right? Like you hosted Revolt Summit and of course InvestFest.
Yeah.
Every year actually for InvestFest. So a major part of that, because that's something that people don't really realize that, that's an important aspect from start to finish, and curating the vibe, keeping the crowd engaged, knowing how to transition from speakers, bringing the crowd back out to lunch. So A, can you speak about the art of that? Because it is something that it is a talent. And B, what's the business like for that? Like as far as, are you negotiating like a rider? Do you have on that level of an InvestFest, of a Revolt Summit?
Yeah.
Like, what's the business for that?
I kind of took over the understanding that I had a gift that I had to understand was niche, right? Like nobody can do what I do, like how I do it. No one can. And, I think one time someone once told me like, all you're doing is going up there and introducing people. And I was like, no, it is an art form. People have to truly trust that what you're about to say with that mic, and understanding that the power of your voice, it holds weight. It has value. It brings value to every room you step into. And I think when, having platforms given like Revolt Summit, or I think even further back, like, AT&T came here for 404 Day. I was my first big check, like 10 racks just off of being me. Like, and that was 2018, 2017. And I was just like, okay, like this is what I deserve. But I had just come from doing $750 an hour or something really small just to host for an 8-hour event or something. It was something crazy. And I realized, I was like, this is how you bring over your managerial things that you help, or your consulting that you help with other people, to yourself, let people know, okay, yeah, so I do need a writer. I do need these things to feel comfortable, to be myself in these spaces, right? I need all of the materials that you guys are going to want me to say, right? Before y'all get up, I need to know how to do improv. Like, there might be a moment that y'all are like, Paige, stall. There has literally been moments that y'all have been like, hey, so Shawty not here yet. We need to go ahead and run it. And it's like, all right, cool. Let's do something. Let's do something fun. Let's make people get up out of their seats. Let's let them make sure they're enjoying their time. And understanding that a party host and somebody that's in the club host may not be able to host in front of a crowd for a conference, and understanding how to be both, right? Understanding how to be who that is in every setting. So, I realized that I was like, okay, if you guys are going to continue to bring me back, there has to be something that I do to continue to make my craft better, right? So I would study the greats. Like I'm talking with Terrence. I'm watching how, Steve, when he walks out, he's cracking a joke. Like, make sure the room doesn't feel too stuffy. Like, why are we're not curing cancer. We're genuinely here to enjoy our lives and learn something. In every room and every day, we need to feel like we're learning something new. And so, when I go up there and I give, I'm not a motivational speaker, but I say I release the pattern of my consciousness that creates resistance to my own good. Why are we here? We're releasing some type of pattern that someone had probably put on us to unlearn, to just grow. Like, that's what we're all here for. We're all in a perpetual state of just trying to figure out like what the next thing we want to grow in and do better. So I just realized like being consistent as my personality, one, showing up as myself, period. Like, y'all having a bad day, that ain't got nothing to do with me. That's not my problem. Like, I just really got to show up as me. Making sure that people respect me, like understanding that like I'm not just like, okay, yeah, she's bad, but like, is she about her business? She always. Never not been about my business. My mother's name is Sharon. She do not play. She don't play about the people around me. She asks questions. She makes sure I ask questions. And so I think that's always been the thing. And also remembering that, people will treat you and give you what you think you deserve, right? So if you're like, oh, okay, well, yeah, that's fine. Y'all ain't got no green room, that's fine. Okay, cool. All right, y'all ain't got no green room, that's fine. But just know it might be a little hectic if you don't have that. Like, you're going to keep seeing me. You're going to be like, damn, why is Paige everywhere? Because I don't have a green room. And so I think there have been things that I've learned in what I need to ask more of, and what I see when people are growing that I want to give the grace. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, okay, y'all don't have access to that yet, or y'all haven't figured out what that looks like. And you have to be able to be the person to be like, okay, I know you didn't ask for this advice, but this helps me help you better. And so I'm going to pour that into you before I pour it into you in a way of like, hey, y'all got me messed up. Like, I ain't about to be doing this with y'all no more. Relationships are so important. I don't play about it. I don't play about the people that rock with me. So, you know, why treat it like it's just nothing? You know, treat it like it's something that it's a baby. Everything you do is a baby. It's got to be fostered.